What's going on, beautiful people? So, the other day, Vincent Lamar Carter scored 25,000 points in his illustrious career, man. Vince is 41 years of age. He's currently playing with the Atlanta Hawks. He's been playing, 21 seasons now? Been playing since 1998, still playing today, in 2018. And I just want to say this. After I realized Vince got to the 25,000 point mark, I just want to reflect on how incredible and monumental Vince Carter's career was. Like, over the course of his career is historical for several different reasons. For one reason, Vince Carter made basketball relevant in the country of Canada. Before Vince, everybody went to play hockey. Everybody's main concern was hockey. Basketball was an afterthought. Now, I'm a little young. I'm 25. The Vancouver Grizzlies were around in the early, in the 90s and things like that, with Sharif Abdul-Rahim and who else was over there? I forget who else was over there because I'm not familiar with the Vancouver Grizzlies that much. But Vancouver didn't have the fan base that the Toronto Raptors had when Vince was there. Vince had all the kids growing up wanting to go to the blacktop and go hoop and become basketball stars. Before that, everybody was trying to be Wayne Gretzky and all the other hockey phenomenons. Vince made basketball popping in Canada. And that's the reason why you got a lot of Canadian stars, young and upcoming stars in the NBA right now. I think due to Vince's influence, you have Canadian players, Canadian stars in the league currently. You got guys like Andrew Wiggins. You got other young guys like who else I was saying other day? Jamal Murray that plays with the Denver Nuggets. But Vince's cultural influence on Canada is incredible. For two, Vince Carter is the greatest in-game dunker I've ever seen in my life. I don't care. I know Michael Jordan got a lot of people that swear by him religiously. He got some of the deepest fans that will kill you if you say anybody is better than him. But I'm here to tell y'all, Michael Jordan was not a better in-game dunker than Vince Carter. I repeat, Michael Jordan was not a better in-game dunker than half man, half amazing Vince Sanity, Air Canada. There's no way, no how. It is not happening. Vince did dunks in-game that I have never seen done in-game at the time that he did it. His leaping ability, how high his head would get over the rim, the hang time that he had, the dunks he would pull off are dunks that guys would do in the layup line. And he was doing it in-game. Dunks that people would do in a dunk contest. Vince was doing it in-game on fast breaks. Sometimes, a lot of times with defenders right under the rim. And he would pull off these miraculous dunks and dunk on dudes. I mean, leaping from dang near the free throw line. He would catch alley-oops mid-air in reverse doing it. He would double pumps from way down by his feet and cocking it way above the rim from fully extended windmills. I'm not talking about the half, almost windmill. No, fully armed, full extension windmills. He was the first one that I saw do a full arm extension windmill, and I was blown away. Then he would put his when Vince put his whole hand inside of the rim, like, let's be real, man. Vince was doing stuff you had never seen done in your life. And when he was playing on TNT or ESPN, or ABC, your eyes was glued to the TV because you had to see what Vince was going to do next. He was just that popular. I remember in 2000, I was watching an NBA dunk contest with my older brother that passed away. He was tragically gunned down. I watched the dunk contest with my older brother, and this was the first time, 2000, in the year 2000. That's when I first laid eyes on Vince Carter, and I could not take my eyes off number 15 for the Toronto Raptors, because that dunk contest, if you've never seen that dunk contest, ladies and gentlemen, anybody following this channel, go look up the 2000 dunk contest and look at all of Vince Carter's dunks and watch you be blown away. The between the leg dunks he was doing was just, it was never before seen. I remember Shaquille O'Neal holding the camera and was... his whole mouth mouth was wide, eyes was bucked, because he couldn't believe, everybody in the crowd couldn't believe it. I remember Kenny Smith, broadcaster for TNT, saying, "It's over, let's go home." And Vince was saying it's over too, because he had his cousin throwing a ball to him, and he was going crazy. I remember me and my brother watching the satellite game on satellite TV. We was watching every Toronto Raptor game. Because my brother was, and that's why I miss my brother so much. And that's why I was so connected to Vince Carter's career, because it reminds me so much of my brother and how much he loved Vince. My aunt got him a Vince Carter. That purple, First of all, Vince had people wearing Toronto Raptors jerseys in the hoods of Chicago. Everybody was wearing these jerseys, man. Like, I remember watching the Toronto Raptors games, like I was watching we was watching like the Bulls was playing. I knew the whole starting lineup. I knew Keon Clark, Alvin Williams, Jerome Junkyard Dog Williams. I knew Antonio Davis. I knew Morris Peterson from Michigan State. Like, I remember the whole squad, man. And Dale Curry was on the team at one point with him. Olajuwon came over there for a second with him. We were watching all these games because we wanted to see what Vince was going to do next. And Vince was not just a dunker. Oh, no. His first year, he averaged 18. Second year, averaged 25. Third year, averaged 27. He had career averages sometimes with New Jersey. He had averaged 27 a game, 25 a game with New Jersey, 24 a game 1 year with Toronto, another 24 a game with New Jersey, 8-time NBA All-Star. Come on, man. I showed he could do more than just dunk because he got over 25,000 points. But if y'all really want to see in-game dunks that were just remarkable, go look at this man's career highlights, top 100 dunks. When he jumped over Frederick Weiss in the Olympics, when Vince Carter had the hair on his head, when he jumped over that 7-footer's head and shut down everybody was in awe. Like, when you watch that and see how that 6'6" man jump over a 7-footer, your whole jaw gonna hit the floor because that's how astounded you're gonna be at that. Frederick Weiss was so embarrassed by that. He was supposed to come over to the Knicks. He never came over to come play with the Knicks after that because he was embarrassed because he was on every clip on ESPN, all over the TV because the internet wasn't popping at this time. But everybody remember this. Like, it was remarkable. Like, I can't explain it, man. Vince was just something special that during that time, if you watched it, as I watched it during that time, you couldn't believe the stuff he was just doing. You couldn't believe it. And to now see him on the backside of his career, man, I really want to humbly bow to that man. He just has such deep connection to my brother. I want to shed tears because my brother loves Vince, and it made me love Vince as a player. We both loved him, and we watched him together, and that's why I get so emotional about it because, you know, it represents that bond I have with my older brother, man, who's no longer here with us. But yeah, man, like watching them games, man, it was just, man, it was out of this world, man. I remember Vince being on the cover of NBA Live 04. Vince was doing stuff crazy in the games, man, like, and it was just reflected how dynamic and electric he was, man. Like, to bring this again, to be so intriguing and so impactful to make basketball significant in an entire country. That shows you the type of ability that Vince possessed. Like, I remember when he caught, he came baseline against Indiana Pacers, went up and under it. It was ridiculous. He dunked on Mutombo face. And, man, I remember that. Vince never be nothing like it, man. I mean, you got guys that can jump high extremely now, like Zach LaVine and them jump out the gym. It's incredible the stuff these young boys can do now. But for that time, Vince was just the sole person doing it, man. Like, Vince had games, 42 points, 15 rebounds. He was going crazy. Throwing the ball off the backboard, catching it way off the top of the glass, way above the rim, head way above the rim, man. Man, golly, man. The elbow and the rim, the 360 windmills. Man. Just magical, man. Just some great entertaining basketball. That was NBA entertainment at its finest. So, yeah, I will never forget that, man. I will never forget Vincent Lamar Carter's career and what he means to me and what he stands for in a relationship with my brother and to my just love for the game, for the NBA, man. Love for the game of basketball. Vince represents my love for the game that I harnessed from watching it with my older brother and my older cousin. You know, so I will never forget this. I remember Vince when he played against Philly, he had eight three-pointers in one half against Philly. He had like 51 that game. Him and AI was going back and forth. He won the gold medal in 2000. And he was the NBA Rookie of the Year. Just phenomenal, man. Yeah, man. Again, y'all ain't never seen Vince play. Go watch him. Salute to Half Man, Half Amazing. Thank you for an illustrious career. And a career that I will say that I will always talk about. Not a career. Yeah, a career that I will always remember. And that his career is one of the careers that made me fall in love with basketball. Him, Allen Iverson, Shaquille O'Neal, those careers of those guys made me fall in love with the game of basketball, man. Shout out VC.